Why was he running? He rotated his wrists, feeling his raw skin burn, reaching until the tips of his fingers touched rope. "So you're finally awake." The voice came from behind him, and he craned his neck, trying to see. Then he remembered, and the pressure on his chest lessened a fraction. It was a movie. I'm an actor, and we were making a movie. A history documentary. He'd been running with what? He grimaced, focusing. A sword, that's it. He'd been in medieval costume, a knight with a helmet and shield, even chainmail, for God's sake. The entire scene came back now. He'd changed his clothes, even his underwear, for some scratchy, shapeless burlap that irritated his crotch. He'd had a sword, and he'd carried it as he ran through the woods outside Monk's studio, yelling at the top of his lungs. He'd felt like a damn idiot, but he'd done it all because it was in the damn script. But this... He jerked at the ropes again with no success. This was not in the script. "Monk." Warren's voice was thick, grating on his dry throat. "What the hell is this?" Ed Monk appeared to his left. "I didn't think you'd ever wake up." Warren blinked as the dim light from the torch flickered across the man's face. His heart skipped a beat. Monk had changed. Before he'd been old, shoulders stooped, white hair and a trim mustache. Warren swallowed, his breath shallow. Now, Monk stood straight. His mustache was gone, so was his hair, his head shaved shiny bald. Monk wasn't old. Dread coiled in his gut, seething and roiling. The deal was $500 for the documentary, cash if he came that day. Warren had been suspicious. It was a lot of money for a history documentary they'd show on PBS if he was lucky, but he'd agreed. One odd old man was no threat. But Monk wasn't old. Bile rose, choking him. What have I done? Close on the heels of that question came the next, more terrifying. What will he do to me? "Who are you?" Warren croaked out, and Monk held a bottle of water to his lips. Warren pulled away, but Monk grabbed his chin with surprising strength. His dark eyes narrowed, and fear made Warren freeze. "It's just water this time," Monk ground out. "Drink it." Warren spat the mouthful of water back in the man's face and held himself rigid when Monk raised his fist. But the fist lowered, and Monk shrugged. "You'll drink eventually. I need your throat moist." Warren licked his lips. "Why?" Monk disappeared behind him again, and Warren could hear something rolling. A video camera, Warren saw when Monk rolled it past him, stopping about 5 feet away. The camera was pointing straight at his face. "Why?" Warren repeated, louder. Monk peered through the lens and stepped back. "Because I need you to scream." He lifted a brow, his expression surreally bland. "They all screamed. So will you." Horror bubbled up and Warren fought it back. "Stay calm. Treat him nice and maybe you can talk your way out of this." He made his lips curve. "Look, Monk, let me go and we'll call it even. You can keep the sword fight scenes I did already at no charge." Monk just looked at him, his expression still bland. "I never planned to pay you anyway." He disappeared again and reappeared, pushing another video camera. Warren remembered the coffee, remembered Monk's insistence that he drink it. Just water this time. Rage geysered inside him, momentarily eclipsing the fear. "You drugged me," he hissed, and he filled his lungs with air. "Somebody help me!" He yelled as loud as he could, but the hoarse sound from his throat was pathetically useless. Monk said nothing, just set up a third camera on a boom so that it pointed down. Every movement was methodical, precise, unhurried, unconcerned.